Maybe the third time's a charm, but look at that, babies. Look at that. We got our little roll balls there. We got our chicken cutlets there. And we got our pasta shells of noodles, y'all. Don't that look good? Man. All right, guys. I hope y'all are having a good weekend. All right. I hope y'all had a fantastic weekend. You got to do some stuff. But here I am coming at you with another dinner recipe. All right, now if you want to learn how to make it, stick around because we're about to jump into it. Now what you want to do is put your wax paper, no, this was put your butcher paper on your counter. The reason I do that is because even though I already dried off my chicken titties, I want to make sure that whatever juice that they were still sipping out of, that the paper is going to, absorb. So here I am, we're just cutting them chicken titties in half. Why are we doing that? Because whenever you're making chicken cutlets, you want them thin. You want to try to get them the same thinness as you just want to try to make them all the same size. Now, does that happen all the time? No. So here I am, fighting with this one to get it fully cut through. See, there's one side. See, I could have got another tender out of that one, but I just was like, whatever. Now I'm gonna do another one here to show y'all. After I get done fighting with these chickens, get over there, stack them up on top of each other. Fighting with the paper because it keeps moving. See, we're going in through the thickest part of the chicken, and you want to keep your knife kind of tilted upwards so you're not cutting to the bottom of the chicken, okay? Keep it upwards, kind of at slants, and there it is. You got your chickens cut. Now that you got all your chickens cut, we're going to cover with another sheet of that butcher paper, okay? And then I couldn't find my meat mallet, so I am going to use my little handed dandy rolling pin, and I'm just going to whack them. Now, did this work on all of them? No, not really. I mean, it kind of did, kind of didn't situation. But hey, it is what it is. I just cooked all my thinner ones first, and then my thicker ones last. The reason I did that, because the thinner ones, of course, is going to cook faster than the thicker ones, okay? If I would have done the thicker ones first, my oil probably would have been burnt up. So here I am just going in with some Montreal steak seasoning. It's salt, pepper, onion, garlic. That's my in-house steaks. That's my in-house seasoning. If I don't have Montreal, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, same thing as in the Montreal seasoning. My second in-house seasoning is the Cajun Nation and Montreal steak seasoning because it is good on burgers and steaks. Now here I am going in with my Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Usually I do half of this one, half panko. I didn't have panko at the time, so I'm just using my Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. And then we're going to go in with our, you like my little canister of flour there? Oh, it's that pretty. Anyways, you're going to put your flour in there. Now, this is eyeballing school, okay? I didn't measure none of this. I just eyeballed it to how much I thought I'd need. If I don't have enough, I can always add more, but I can't take away. That's the name of the game with the eyeballing school. All right, now we're going to put in 4 chicken eggs. 1 chicken egg. 2 chicken eggs. You know that guy on Sesame Street, that was Dracula? 1, 2, 3. That's how I feel like sometimes. Alright, now we got our 4 chicken eggs in there. Excuse me. Now we're going to season it up. Throwing in some pepper. Throwing in the pepper. Throwing in some more pepper. And then I got tired of throwing it in. Now we're just going to pour it in. Now I got to buy me some new pepper. I've been needing to buy some for a while now, but I keep on forgetting. Now I actually going to have to remember. Hey, on this day, you threw away that pepper container. So there's no pepper. Alright, now here we are going in with the green top of the Parmigiano Reggiano. Why am I using that? Because my store didn't have the fresh. Now, if it would have had the fresh, I would have graded that up and it would have been a bomb.com. But this was still good, y'all. Going in with that Italian seasoning. And, just getting everything seasoned up. You want everything seasoned. You want to taste your breadcrumbs and your flour. Make sure that you have enough seasoning. Adjust accordingly, okay? Going in with the onion powder and the garlic powder. Now we're going to add that into all 3 of them. Now I didn't add the Italian seasoning into my eggs because I normally don't. Usually when I make this, okay, it is the fresh Parmigiano Reggiano and a whole bunch of fresh parsley, like a full handful in the flour and in the breadcrumbs and in the eggs. Because it just, I don't know what it does to some chicken cutlets, but boy, It brings the freshness. It brightens up all the flavors, and it's just so good. All right, now see, I tasted it, and I said, ooh, I needed some more salt. So we're going to add in some more salt into my flour, my eggs, and my breadcrumbs. Now, I did all three because we want to make sure that our food is well seasoned, right? You want to be able to taste it and say, ooh, thank God this is not bland, because I like seasoning. So then we're just going to mix all the salt into there, okay? Mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. When you get tired of mixing it all in there, it's probably well incorporated already, okay? Now, just mix it all in there the best that you can, and then you're going to go grab your pan. There's my pan, because you want to have a landing station for your chicken cutlets. Now, we're going to start with our chicken cutlet in the flour. Why do we do that? Well, so that way when you go to dip it in your eggs has something to stick to, okay? It's going to stick to that flour like white on rice. And then that egg is going to help bind the breadcrumbs. Bam, there you go. You're going to turn it over, push it. You see how I push it into the breadcrumbs so it adheres really well into the chicken. Now, another tip for you here is, okay, after you get all your little chickens breaded up, okay, after you get them all with the flour, egg, and breadcrumb mixture, you're going to let them sit out on your pan, on your counter for 15 minutes. Why, you ask, is because it will hold on to your chicken better, okay? Now, if you were to just take it from freshly, say like I just got done and I'm going ahead and throwing it into this pan, I didn't let them set, a lot of my breadcrumbs is going to fall off into my oil and burn. So you're going to be burning through a lot more oil, and a lot of your breadcrumbs are going to be falling off. So that's the reason we let it set at room temperature. Don't put them in the refrigerator, because if you put them in the refrigerator, then you're going to have to let them set and come up to room temperature, and that's going to take longer. Okay, so then I'm cutting up a whole onion. This is for our pasta sauce, and 4 garlic cloves. You're going to cut up a whole onion and 4 garlic cloves, okay? And then you're going to come over there and you're going to check the oil out for your chicken cutlets. See how it was kind of bubbling at the bottom of the spoon? That's how you check your oil. Throw in a wooden spoon. If it bubbles around the bottom, it's good to go. Now we can go ahead and start putting in our chickens. See there? We got them going in the hot sauna. Man, oh man, they look good. And then you just want to let them brown up. Now, you can temp your chickens, or you can do it like how I do it and just touch it with a fork. And if it doesn't give no pushback, they're good to go, because you don't want them dried out. You want them to remain juicy. Okay? Now, here we are again. Now, hopefully your olive oil is already opened. You're going to do 4 turns around the pan, because you want to have a pretty good amount of oil into your pan for your onions to cook in, and your garlic to cook in. But we're going to add in our onions first, because I want them to get really sweet and kind of caramelized around the edges. Not fully caramelized, just when they start to caramelize, I'm going to add in my garlic, okay? Now we're going to let that olive oil heat up. Now, if you look in my little pan over there, look at them chicken cutlets. Boy, ain't they good? Now, if you look at that pan over there on the right, you see how that oil is all shiny and it's tilting to one side? It's good to go. I need to throw in my onions. Now, look at them chicken cutlets. They are good. See, they got real nice golden color to them. Oh, oh, yes. They're good. They were so good. I hope y'all give this recipe a try. Now, see, here's another little tidbit for you. When your oil starts bubbling like that, it's because you need some more oil in there. Now, I was just rushing because it was like 10 o'clock at night by this point, and we still haven't even ate dinner. Because me and my husband got caught up with a movie. So I'm kind of rushing because my husband's hungry, I'm hungry. You know, people's hungry in the house, so it's time to eat. It's past time to eat. So here I am, just keep on throwing in some more chickens. Pulling out chickens and putting in chickens. Now, I did break down and put in some more oil in there, but I just didn't film it. Now, we're putting in our garlic. And then we are going to give those vegetables right there a little swooshy swoosh around the pan here in a second, I think. Well, am I going to swish it around? I think I kind of let the onions caramelize up a little bit more on the sides. As you can see, some of them browning up. There it goes. Now we're getting a little swishy swish. If I can leave them chicken cutlets alone long enough. Give them a little swishy swish, and then we're going in with some red pepper flakes. Now, I know that everybody's probably saying, oh, this is Chi had it recipe. No, honey, because hungry Romans have been making vodka pasta sauce and just regular pasta sauce this way for millions of years. Before she ever posted it. Now, here I am going in with a whole thing of tomato paste. And I do end up going in with another can of tomato paste because I did find another bag of noodles. And I'm trying to use up what I have on hands, because I ain't trying to waste nothing. Now here, see how that tomato paste and onions is looking? Now the longer you cook your tomato paste for, the redder, like you could get that stuff brick red if you wanted to, okay? Whole stick of butter and some half and half because I was out of whipping cream. So that was about a cup and a half and half. And then here I am. We just want to mix it all up in together. Yes. And then I had already went in with the other can of tomato paste. And then here in a minute, you're going to see me adding a little bit of milk because I didn't use all my half and half. Okay, see how thick that is? See how thick you got? Oh, yes. Oh, see how kind of more redder it is? Yeah. Now here we are. We're about to go in with our milk. There's the milk. Yep. Went in with a little bit more milk. Just kind of, thin it out a little bit. Now we're going to get that all well incorporated in. Okay. And then also another thing that you want to do whenever you're making a sauce for any kind of pasta is always use your water that you pasta cook in. Say a cup or two, I used one whole mug full because of the amount of pasta that I was making. That's how you marry the two together, because you can use that pasta water. Thicken up your sauce if it's too thin. Thin out your sauce if it's too thick. See? It's a win-win situation. Then I'm just going in with some Italian seasoning. Usually I will just go in with fresh basil, but like I said, I'm using what I had on hand. I got a lot of seasonings I gotta go through, a lot of noodles I gotta go through. Alright, now here I am going in again with that green top lid. Now if your store has the fresh Parmesan Reggiano, go ahead, go for it, okay? It's gonna taste amazing, trust me. Now you're gonna shred don't get the kind that's already shredded, get the kind you gotta shred yourself because it doesn't have no preservatives in it, and it is going to melt up a lot better for you. Now, we're just going to add our sauce to our noodles. And if you are like me and you just got to get every single piece of sauce that's in that pan right there, yes, I need a spatula. I don't have one. I need to buy one because I'm one of those. I ain't trying to waste nothing. And now I'm just going to give a little swirly swirl in the pot, get it all well incorporated here. And then once we get it all that well incorporated, we're going to plate it, girl, because I'm telling you, I was hungry. There we are. We got our little noodles, we got our chicken cutlet, and we got our bread balls. Now, those were supposed to be rolls, but for some unknown reason, they didn't poof up. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Bye.